Hello everyone. It's been a while. I haven't created a new video. First of all, thank you everyone who have already subscribed to my channel, and those who haven't, please do so. That will inspire me to make more videos about hands-on cybersecurity challenges. So as you already know, it's Christmas time and TryHackMe started their event Advent of Cyber, which is going to be an awesome event with lots of prizes and learning. So it's basically an event of 25 days, and today it was the first day, meaning the day one, and I'm about to cover the whole event and upload videos on each days. So the day one, we will go to the day one. So this is the day one, and this is the challenges for the day one. And the day one was about IDOR. So IDOR stands for Insecure Direct Object Reference, which is a type of access control vulnerability. That's mean if a website has this kind of vulnerability, you can take over the control of other users. Either vulnerability depends on the user supplied input. Let's say Facebook has this kind of vulnerability, and with that, what you can do is you will log in with your own account, but by tempering the URL parameters and changing the supplied input, you can get access of other users' accounts. And if you can find this kind of vulnerability, and if you report to the company that okay, in your website there is like the vulnerabilities like IDOR, so you can get like big bounty as well. Like there were a IDOR vulnerability in PayPal, and the guy reported he got like $10,500 as bounty. So it's a serious kind of vulnerability. So now let's get into the real challenges. So we will see what is the challenge of the day first. So this is like the introduction, and this is the story. So it's based on a story. I'll tell you the story. The challenges is based on the story, and this is the day one. So this is all the day one challenges about the IDOT vulnerability, and this is here is the story. I will tell you the story. These are the learning objective. So we will learn what is IDOT vulnerability. I already explained to you. So and how you can find the IDOT vulnerabilities, and then the challenge. So for finding the what is an IDOT vulnerability, I already explained to you. So it is a type of access control vulnerability. And how do I find the vulnerabilities? So for finding this, you have to depends on the user supplied data. So when we see an website like this, it has like the protocol, then the website address, then we can see in this parameter id parameter equals to 23. So that means this is the data user is supplying to the web server. And if we can tamper that data, let's say instead of 23 we put 25, and if we get the access of other user, that means the website has a IDOR vulnerability. Okay, so let's get to the real challenge. Okay, so the story is about, okay, let me open this thing and let me zoom in. So this challenge based on the story, and the story is about this website. So this website is an inventory management system. So if we see here, this is a inventory management.thm. So this is the website, and we have a navigation bar here about the completed orders. So if you see, here is the completed orders, like the inventory management system orders. So we can see some pictures of like the train and other stuffs, whatever. Then if you go to the build, we can see the toy train. It's like all the builds toy train, and we have the train base, teddy bear head, and we have an item number, serial number. So this is like a inventory management system with the SKU IDs, like the serial numbers and the product names. And if you go to the inventory, we will see like this is the inventory, and in the your activity we can see name max kd. So this is a profile, right? So when we go to the your activity page, we can see this here after the website activity, then user id, this parameter user id parameter, and for the value of 11 we are getting this user's account. So this is like the max kd. His position is like junior toy tester, and his employee id is 11, as we can see in the url. So we already checked this is the website, and this is the story actually. So what happened, there is something wrong with the inventory management system, and we need to fix that, and we need to find someone who tempered all the inventory things. So someone here like this who have a who is like an employee of this company, and he tempered the system. He tempered all the inventory products, and he did something wrong, and we need to find out who did that. And based on that one, we got the challenges, like the question. So if we go there, I have already solved it, but I will show you again. And it's very basic, but it gives you the real concept of the IDOR. So if you are really beginner, it will be very helpful for you to understand like how the IDOR works and how to find the IDORs, and how you change the parameters and see like is there any IDOR vulnerability exist on the website. So for this, if we go to the so if we check the first question, it says after finding Santa's account, what is their position in the company? So if we go to the your activity, that means we need, when we come to this page, your activity page, and user ID 11, and we can see this account is coming. So and this question means there is an account for Santa. So if there is an account for Santa, we need to find out that account. So if we change the ID here in the parameter, let's say that this user ID is now 11. If I zoom a little bit, yeah. So this right here, this user ID is 11, and if we change it to, let's say, 1. So 11 is for this guy who is junior toy tester. His name is Max Kitty, and our question says after finding Santa's account. So we need to find the Santa's account, and how we can find the Santa's account. So there we will go from like 1 to 20 or whatever numbers. We will check with the different numbers and see is there any ID available with those number. So we are tempering this parameter. So let's say user, if we put the value 1 for the user ID parameter, and if we hit enter, so you see what happened. We got new employee here whose employee ID is 1, and his name is Santa. And that's our question, like after finding this Santa's account. So we already found the Santa's account, and what is their position in the company. So we can see the name Santa and position the boss. So the answer is the boss. So what happened here, we changed the user ID parameter. The value was 11 for the Max Kitty, and if we change and we change it to the 1, and we found the Santa, and his position is the boss. So that's the answer. Then they're saying like after finding Max Stocker's account, what is their position in the company. That means there is a guy whose name is Max Stocker, and who is an employee, and he has he definitely have some ID of for his like the employee ID. So we're gonna change that to, so we tried with 1, and 1 is for Santa. Let's try 2, and let's see. Okay, so if when we did like 2, we changed to 1 to 2, and it says inventory management system user not found. That means there is no user ID with value of 2. So there is no employee ID with value 2. So 2 is not working, so we're gonna change it to 3. Here you go. So when we did the 3, we got the name Max Stocker. That's the person we were looking for. So this says after finding Max Stocker's account, what is their position in the company? And we can see the position is build manager. So we changed the parameter to 3, and we got the access of this guy whose name is Max Stocker, and his position is build manager. Now, so this question also solved. So the answer is the build manager. Then after finding the account responsible for tempering, what is their position in the company? Now we need to find the guy who did all the activity, like who did I told you, like among all of the employee, there is one employee who messed up things, who changed the product IDs and this, who is responsible for tempering the products, right? So we need to figure out who did the tempering, and in the your activity we can see like this is the, for this account they have the no recent activity, and we were in the Santa's account. So if we go back to the Santa's account, Santa has no recent activity as well. So we need to figure out one ID who is like the responsible for the tempering everything, and we need to find his name and his position. So let's say if we put user ID, now we tried with 3, let's go with 4. So with the 4 user ID 4, there is no user found. Let's try with 5. 5, there is no found. Let's try with 6. There is no. Then let's try with 7. There is no account. Let's try with 8. There is no one. Let's try with 9. Okay. So with user ID 9, we got this guy's account whose name is Grinch, and his position is mischief manager. And for his activity, we can see he did a lot of stuff. So he's the guy who tempered the things, who messed up all the products and their serial number and those stuffs. So he's the guy who is responsible for tempering things. And with the user ID 9, by changing this parameters value to 9, we got we got the access of his account, and we can see what he has changed. He changed all the things, and he is the guy responsible for the tempering. So the question was, what is their position in the company? So the position was mischief manager. So that's the answer. Then the next question says, what is the receipt flag when MaxKitty fixes the inventory management system? So let's say now we're gonna fix the inventory, so we will just revert his all the actions. So the inventory management system will be like back to normal. So if we do revert, revert, here you go. So MaxKitty has fixed the inventory management system, and we got the flag. So this is our flag, THM this, and if you put it here, this is the correct answer. So it was very basic, but it was very fun and easy way to learn how the IDOR vulnerability works, how to find them, how to see if there is any IDOR vulnerability exist. So I think, yeah, that helps for everyone. So that's the about day one, and the day one was about IDOR vulnerability. And I will keep uploading videos on the next days, so I'll cover the whole 25 days. I hope you like the video and you find it enjoyable as well. You learned something new, and if you do so, make sure to subscribe and follow my YouTube channel. Thank you.